Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly singles love reading for Cancer. How are you all? And welcome to the new viewers. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Everything you need to know is below each video in the description. So welcome and welcome back to the regular viewers. Let's see what's going on this week. Single Cancers. Right. You got a person weighing the pros and the cons. Got someone who's really attracted to someone. Yeah, they're trying to decide if they should or they shouldn't. Is this my person? Is this the one? Yeah, look at that. We have the World. So it has to do with some sort of change. Yeah. Someone wants to reach out. They want to... It's about gaining momentum and movement. It's about talking to someone as well, but this is someone trying to decide if someone is the right person for them, yet there's the passion is burning brightly, you betcha. But it's reaching out, yeah. It's whether two people are on the same page. Yeah, maybe both wanting the same thing too. See, it's long-term stability of partners, but it's morals and values. Why is the Two of Pentacles here? Yeah, this is someone trusting their inner knowing. This is often someone kind of keeping this to themselves too, but it's someone who I feel wants to communicate. They want movement. Should I make a move? Should I communicate? Is this my person? I feel someone here already knows the answers they're seeking. Yeah, let's have a look at the Ace of Wands. Yeah, it has to do with the person. Someone has been procrastinating too. See, it's all about laying that foundation. Procrastination, pondering. Tell me more about the World. Yeah, because I do feel it is an energy where someone might move on here. But it has to do with change. This person, it has to do with kind of just go with the flow and see what happens. Yeah, look at that. See, it's about asking someone on a date. It's all about communicating, though, and taking some kind of action here as well. Yeah, it's all about harmony. Is this person right for me or not? This is someone trying to decide, why are they procrastinating? You know, they feel frustrated or they have trust issues. It's also an energy of someone who may have disappointed someone too. So it's about reaching out. They may have disappointed someone. Because they didn't follow through. There was maybe an agreement here about going on a date. They didn't follow through. So there was disappointment. So now it's all about making this right. I can see what's going on. They want to make this right. This is someone who kind of didn't come in right too. Yeah, and I can say they are frustrated too. Yeah, see, it's all about the things two people have in common. I think this person is just someone who they need to chill. Yeah, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It could be a Pisces here. I do see Taurus as well. If you are comparing one to the other and feeling maybe a little confused and frustrated, but it is someone here has disappointed someone. I feel they didn't... You know, there was some sort of an agreement about going on a date or a commitment. Someone didn't follow through. But the other one is all the things two people have in common. It's like going down this path together, doing things together, spending time. See, someone's disappointed someone. And it could be someone who's been keeping all these feelings a secret too while they procrastinate. If it is yourself, Cancer, weighing the pros and the cons, and you've got two... Yeah, one of these may not be like the other. Yeah, you got someone here who's kind of keeping you stuck here. It's when someone feels like they need to kind of protect themselves here. Yeah, because it is about commitment, and I can see it following through, going on a date, doing things and spending time together. See, someone here didn't lay the foundation. They're kind of stuck. Might be comparing them, maybe feeling someone here is being selfish or something here. Yeah, because it has to do with growth. See, there's not a lot of growth. And it's an energy of trying to be patient too. Yeah, it has to do with losing interest. I feel, like I say, it's someone probably keeping you kind of stuck here. But to me, it's someone who, I mean, if it is something on and off, it's someone who, and I do see, you know, keeping someone stuck, but I also see someone who feels like that, you know, it's in feeling like you need to protect yourself a little bit here. I'm feeling someone here might be a little selfish too, maybe set in their ways. Yeah, because see, it's an energy of someone who misses someone, longs for love, but yet they're not doing anything. So it's an energy of growth. There's no growth. And yet we have someone, I think it's someone holding a torch for someone, and I do feel they've really disappointed someone. Maybe several times if it's just one person, but some of you are kind of looking at, you know, comparing one person or situation to the other, but someone's missing someone, like I say, holding a torch, longing for love and missing them. Yeah, there was a lot of passion, desire. And I should say is, because they're still holding on to that. But it's someone who feels that need to protect themselves, especially if it's something on and off, or a person who won't make a commitment. You know, disappointment, someone's not following through. Yep, now we have another person, so there is someone else here. Choices, comparing one to the other. We have a person starting to lose interest. And you know, this is interesting because the King of Wands is someone, when they want something, they go for it. So it is about doing things together. See, it's someone going to create opportunity. But it's a person acknowledging something here, the things two people have in common. So there is attraction, there is desire, morals, values, being on the same page. Yeah, one of these isn't like the other, I can tell you that right now. Yeah, because we have a person who manifests what they desire. See, it's about communicating. We got two people here. I do think we have a person who's really in it. I feel someone could be disappointed in themselves too. Because I do think it is someone who's kind of set in their ways. They don't want to commit, but they don't want to let the other person go. They're holding the torch. And then we have this other person. I do see Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I see Gemini energy as well. So, yeah, but like I say, there's desire. It's about this person. See, it's about someone here is doing a little fantasizing about being with someone and doing it together. There's a huge attraction here. What does this King of Wands want here? Let's just check that out. Because I do see stability, safety, security, long-term stability. So, yeah, but you can see it's an energy. It could be someone who's at a distance, but it's all about applying lessons learned. Someone's, you know, it's all about learning and applying those lessons. Yeah, so we definitely have a decision that needs to be made. This could be someone giving someone advice. There's a Gemini here too. Someone giving someone advice. It's always about avoiding a disaster, but I do see a decision that needs to be made. Someone needs to make a decision. Yeah. See, and someone here taking a pause, looking at things from a whole different perspective. See, there's two other people checking each other out here. Someone's checking someone else out, but it is a pause. It is about taking off that panicle. Someone didn't come in right. They didn't put their best foot forward. Wow, some of you have dealt with a lot of disappointment. Yeah, look at this, Cancer. Yeah. See, it's all about taking control of the situation. So it's just a person who's taking the lead. They're feeling bold, brave. There's a lot of passion and desire. Yeah. It's all about just making that move. Because, like, I mean, it is an energy of someone, you know, this person doesn't want to budge and give in. But the other person feels I need to protect themselves. And it's interesting because there's someone here who could be very protective of someone at the same time. You know, the Queen of Swords, as I feel, you know, Gemini. So as soon as I said Queen of Swords, see, we have some Aquarius energy. These are two people who lift each other up. And you can see we got the fire, we've got the air, and then we have a little bit of water. Cancer, it's about taking control. And I do think some of you are going to put on the brakes. And I do think some of you are out of here. Yeah, because I feel it's not serving you. If there's no growth, something's not growing with someone. And I definitely feel this energy of feeling hopeful. See, this is somebody going, do they love me? Do they not? And the feelings being mutual. Yeah. And I do think there is a friend, a mutual friend, someone giving someone advice to take control of the situation. Yeah. But I feel it's yourself kind of taking back your power here, because I do think you've been disappointed. But like I say, you've got something here that's another opportunity with someone who's an Aries, Leo, Sag, or Scorpio too. And I wouldn't be surprised, because it is somebody else coming in. See, someone else coming in to go on a date. And I can see someone fantasizing and doing it together. There's so much passion, so much desire. Yeah. Look at that. There it is. This could be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio energy. Like I said, I can feel the energies a lot of times. I can feel how it's starting to flow. But like I say, this is someone who didn't follow through. There was an agreement to spend time together, to do things together, and someone didn't. They refused to budge and give in. So now the other person's in the energy of, I think it's just someone who's really set in their ways. They don't want to commit. So you have to feel like you got to protect yourself. But this, I'm going to tell you, you're safe with this person, because this is an energy of someone who feels they need to protect someone. See, someone who looks out for someone. You're safe with this person, someone keeping someone safe. But this is someone so full of emotion here. They're so full of love and emotion. Yeah. Yeah. Like I say, we got someone kind of snooze you lose. They're procrastinating. Me a little bit more on this person here. So there's definitely a lot of energies and people around you, but this, and the Queen of Swords could be yourself. You could be having to make a decision, comparing one to the other if the feelings are mutual, because it is about protecting yourself. Because if you feel like you need to protect yourself, that's where you kind of need to take control. But I think this is a, see Pisces here too, Scorpio, but yeah, Cancer energy, taking control, taking the lead, feeling bold, see, gaining momentum, making a bold move. It is about communicating. Tell me about this Knight of Cups. I just want to see who this person is. Yeah, somebody with the King of Pentacles. This is the person procrastinating. Yeah, this is someone who's procrastinating. It's a person who, I feel there was an agreement, something that was planned, prepared, and someone disappointed the other person. I definitely feel there's trust issues all around here. Yeah. See, feeling you need, if you feel like you need to protect yourself, it means you can't trust somebody. And there could be someone who's manipulating or playing mind games. And there could be someone giving advice about that. See, if you can't trust somebody and you feel like you have to protect yourself, because this is someone who keeps someone safe. Somebody who's maybe a little hard on the outside, a little soft on the inside, you know, very Cancer energy. And that's why I feel the King of Wands is here. But like I say, anything that's on and off can be a little risky. Yeah, see, it's about putting the best foot forward, manifesting what you desire. This person desires you. There's love, there's emotion. See, taking off the pentacle. But that's this person. See, starting to plan, prepare about reaching out. Should I or shouldn't I? Wow. How can some of you, and I mean, some of you are only dealing with one of these energies. The King of Pentacles is the Page of Pentacles, someone who doesn't follow through an agreement. They don't want to commit. They're stubborn, set in their ways. They're also protecting possibly their money. And then we have the other person here, that King of Wands, which I feel connects to the King of Cups, because it is about making a bold move. But some of you actually have multiple opportunities. See, this is someone keeping someone safe. And it's someone who will commit. I think this person's going to try to come back around. Yeah. I think, and because of this energy, because of this possible Taurus energy, you know, someone being a little stubborn and stuck. But yet the other thing that I see is, this person comes back around, they're probably going to do the same thing they did before, put on the brakes when it's time to commit. And some of you, you've done this a few times with someone, and I do think you're losing interest. Yeah, because there's no growth. It's someone who nothing ever changes. So this is why losing interest, and this is why there's someone else that's interested in someone checking the other person out, which is, I feel, could be yourself. See, there's a feeling of hope. Yeah, feeling a hope that the feelings are mutual. Look at that. See, it's all about building that foundation, making a commitment. It's a person who has a love of home, family, someone who longs for love. The other person, I feel, could be missing you and holding a torch, and they don't want to let go. And I wouldn't even be surprised if some of you aren't interested in any of these people for the most part. But one of these are someone who I feel can keep you safe. They keep you safe. They're very protective. So they're going to swoop in and take control. Someone who just kind of comes in out of the blue and takes control of the situation. Yeah, they're going to reach out, see if you're interested. It's a little test to see if you're going to reciprocate, but it's a person who can be more generous. This person's not very generous. There's someone who doesn't, more of a, the King of Pentacles is usually someone who is a provider type, but this person's different. They don't really want to, provide anything. They just don't want commitment. Yet they miss you. They long for love. And I definitely see distancing yourself from this person too. Could be a long distance. I think there is somebody long distance here. I kind of get that vibe, but one of these is a little more generous. See, this is also an energy of this person not putting themselves in the position to be taken advantage of, where this person's very generous. They're a giver. It's all about the bigger picture. And this is where I feel the Queen of Swords energy, seeing the bigger picture. So if it is yourself and you have to make a decision, you know what? You don't have to make any kind of decision. You can kind of just sit there, look at the bigger picture of this, look at what makes you happy, what fulfills you emotionally. It's about doing what's right for you. See, it's all about doing what's right for you. And I do feel like you've got someone who didn't come in right too. And I do see that. Or they want to make it right. So, wow. Yeah, but you got a person who's really fired up, really attracted to you. They want to hurry up. See, they want to come in and they want to hurry. They want to get this going. See, so much attraction and desire. Some of you're just dealing with different people. I'm sure all of you aren't dealing with all these people, but you could be comparing like people that you've had, maybe even been in a commitment with, a relationship, and those who don't want to commit. Yeah, the King of Wands is someone who generally moves very quickly, where you have a King of Pentacles who's much more methodical and slow. I think there's trust issues. I feel like some of you, because it is connected to the Queen of Swords, it's about trusting. It could be someone giving you advice, telling you don't trust this person. Trust your own intuition, because I feel like you already know the answers you're seeking. One of these is someone I feel is like the one, like you already know. Yeah. I think it's I mean, it could be the King of Cups. It definitely is someone who'll keep you safe, but it could be the King of Wands for some of you, because I see Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio energy here as well. Yeah. See, it's all about some kind of good news. See, there's people. Someone who's involved with too many people too, especially if it's on and off, where you feel like you need to protect yourself. But the other person's just stubborn and stuck. They won't budge and give in. Wow. It's a person who's coming in. Like I say, you're safe with this person. One of these could be someone who rushes in, gets overwhelmed, and backs out of the situation too, or just keeps right on going. See, someone a little restless and reckless here. Yeah. So it looks like you have a decision. Yeah. Decisions, Cancer. Yeah, and you could be that King of Cups here too, like I say. I feel like it's just saying kind of go with the flow. kind of see where this goes. But I really feel like you can't trust this one particular person. Yeah. Somebody moves very slow. They're very much more focused on their money, but it is a person who often comes back around after a long period of time. See, it's like, where's this person? What are they up to? Like I say, it's like someone who doesn't really share a lot of personal information. They keep a lot of secrets. Anyone who keeps those kind of secrets, anyone who doesn't want to make any kind of commitment, or they don't want to spend time with you or do anything with you, definitely doesn't have your best interest at heart. It's people who generally have their own. Yeah. So yeah, someone's coming in to offer the cup. I still feel the King of Cups is connected to the King of Wands, because this water and fire keeps coming out, which is very Scorpio. But yeah, it still could be one or the other, but it's this person's cup overflows with emotion. They're full of love. I see a lot of offer. I see an offer, an invitation. See, it's about getting together possibly. But there is some good news here, and I do feel you do have an offer, an invitation, or someone coming in. And like I say, if it's either someone giving you advice or it's you having to make a decision, usually when the Queen of Swords comes up, it means there's a decision. And comparing one to the other, or procrastinating, maybe even yourself a little procrastinating this decision. You don't really have to do anything. Just be still. Just kind of let it be a little bit and see what happens. Yeah, see, it's all about somebody putting in effort. Someone here, it's about building. There's someone here who wants to build. They put in effort. And that's a sign. See, it's telling you to pay attention to the signs, the signals. If you get mixed messages, mixed signals, somebody who's kind of wishy-washy, that's often a sign where it's not in your best interest, at least at this time. Yeah, and the Eight of Pentacles is about somebody building. They want to build. Yeah, see, some of you got new. There's somebody else. I do see even some Leo energy here. Yeah. But there is someone here I do feel holds a torch. You might even have a couple people that do, which is, I know a lot of people like, oh, no way. Well, you would be surprised. I'd be surprised some of the stuff I see. But yeah, it is all about high vibrational, attracting what you desire. You know, being open, available. Yeah. You want someone high vibrational. You want to be happy. And I definitely see a lot of happiness in the future. I think there's light at the end of the tunnel here. Yeah, because see, it's an energy of making this choice, a life path choice decision. You can push the stop button. You can put on the brakes anytime you want. You can make a decision to go with the flow and kind of see what happens. And if it doesn't feel right or it doesn't go your way, you just push the stop button. Right, slam on those brakes. Two of Wands. Yeah, choices here. Whatever makes you happy. Always trust yourself to make the right choices, okay? And if there is someone telling you not to trust somebody, maybe someone in the social circle or someone who's knows someone who knows someone, and often you get a lot of that because it is all about seeing very clearly. It's all about clarity. Whoever it is that comes and writes and puts in effort, whoever comes in clear and they communicate clearly exactly what they want and what they desire, that I think will help you make a decision. But I definitely see the possibility of not being interested in any of these. Because I see two people, there's something not growing, it's not going anywhere. Yeah. It's all about clarity and seeing the bigger picture. It's all about looking ahead, where you see yourself, who you see yourself with. Always look at what makes you happy. See, do what's right for you. That's what I feel. Because I do think there is someone who's just not right for you. Someone who wasn't fair. They didn't treat you right. Yeah, see, it's all about expectations. If somebody here doesn't want to make any kind of commitment, like I say, you should. If you date somebody for a long period of time, you know, and you've taken it to the next level of physical and you've introduced to friends and family, yeah, you should expect some kind of commitment, because it is about the things that you deserve. Yeah, I definitely feel like you deserve someone who's a little more generous. Yeah, with their time, their energy, someone who wants to do stuff, you know, because this is about doing things together. It's about cooperating, compromising. The only way to spend time to get to know someone, to grow close with them, is when you spend time together. And if someone doesn't want to spend time together, how do they even know if you're not if you're compatible? That's what I don't get, because I see this in readings all the time where people have like a date. Oh, I don't think we have anything in common. We're not compatible. I sometimes there's no chemistry, and that's understandable. You just feel like you need to push the person away, like you don't want to get close. They're just not for you. Sometimes it's the chemistry, but other times the chemistry is really powerful. It's almost too much. It burns out quickly. That's why I love temperance so much. Everything's just right. Not too hot, not too cold. Yeah, we need a little of that here. I think you're going to make the right choice. Okay, I do think you're going to get clarity, and I actually believe some of you are going to go down a whole different path here and wait for somebody new to come in. And I do see someone new. I definitely can see someone really, really attracted to you. There's so much desire. But yeah. And they are connected to the King of Wands. Someone who's bold, confident. It's a person who generally knows what they want. So, right? You're going to have to let me know. Take care. Bye for now.